to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dunbar.
Here.
Harper. Here. Mazer.
Here.
Sofa.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Wingram.
Here.
Zimmer.
Present.
Any non-agenda items from the sidelines? No? I don't know if these are good.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Thank you, sir. You're up, sir. Robert Montgomery.
Well, I'm glad to see that you stopped sitting under a palm tree and switched it for a snowbank.
I had to come back.
I'm from the American Legion 566. I am not a resident of Memphis, but I'm very involved in this community. I just wanted to take and bring some stuff up that's going to be happening in this coming spring, because there's a lot going on, and I would really would like the town of Memphis to be part of it. Because what we're doing, first and foremost, is we're going to be officially changing the name of the Merrick Potter American Legion to Merrick Potter Scribner Post. That's going to officially be happening on Memorial Weekend. And I would like to try and interchange as much as we can, because I would like people from the community leaders to be there, especially Tammy if she could, especially her being a veteran herself. So that would mean a lot to me. The other thing we got going on is Memorial Day Parade. We kind of, because it's going to be a big weekend for us, we kind of, last year, it was kind of like, ho hum, who's in charge, we don't know, go this route. I will give you my contact number. I'd like to take charge of that to make sure that we have a good quality event go on. Robert Montgomery, and my email is Navy83. That's
Hold on. Don't give your email.
What?
Is this going on YouTube?
Okay.
You can
Just give it to us.
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you all my contact information.
You don't want to get
Thank you for that. No, sure. And because I just want to make sure that we get all the T's crossed and the I's dotted for that. The other thing we got going on is right after Mother's Day, the Saturday after, we had the blessing of the bikes. We are going to do that in conjunction with the Knights of Columbus up here at Holy Family. So just to let you know, you can get a hold of me or Rick, and for any more information with that. So
What, do you have a date for that?
it's the Saturday after Mother's Day, whatever that date is. 17th, I believe, yes. Okay. All right, any questions for me?
I have something I'd like to say about the parade portion of it.
Yes.
Last year, there was a delay, and then anyways, once I fill that permit out for the parade, you gotta abide by those times.
If I recall, the only problem that we had with the parade last year is there was active lightning in the air.
Yeah.
So it was actually my call and the commander's call to side on the caution of it,
Yeah,
err on the side of caution.
but that's the reason we have a permit, so they know what highways are being closed down for emergency purposes and that. So when you delay it by an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it was, or start too soon, they do not have that on the record, and it can create a situation we don't want to be in. So
That's the reason why I
when it says
talked
6
to them
o'clock,
first.
I just thought I'd mention it now so we can avoid it.
Well, I understand that and I appreciate it,
Yeah.
but you gotta understand where I was coming from.
Oh, no, don't take
We
it
were
personal,
more-
I just wanna bring it up to you. Once that paperwork's in with MDOT, that's not our road, so MDOT
Right.
scrutinizes, I'm the one filling it out, I'm the one that's signing it, and it doesn't reflect well.
Right. I talked to somebody in the city last year, if it was okay to just delay it for half an hour, let the storms ride out.
Yeah,
They
it was
said
a police officer that called me about it, so.
Yes, yes, it was the
Yeah,
police
it's not
officer.
his calling that, it's something that, because of weather,
Well, me
the
and you
show
need to
must
get-
go on.
Me and you.
Okay.
Me and you must get together.
Okay.
And then I will make sure
Yeah,
that I.
because I can't change it, you know.
Could he ask for a larger window of time?
Yeah, then you can flex.
Well, I could.
Yeah, just add an hour and a half?
I've never had that issue before, so.
Right.
I don't think, we rarely have storms that come through.
Yeah, no, I understand, I just wanted
Right,
to let you know.
right. My concern was for public safety.
Yeah, yes.
So,
And that's what that permit is all about, is public safety.
Understand.
Okay?
Anything else? Okay.
Thanks, Bob, appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'd like to have your phone number, Bob, if you get it afterwards.
Sure. I'll stick around.
All right, comments from the city administration. Clerk, Donna,
I don't have anything.
nothing? Bart?
Why, sure, nothing's wrong with it. I've got a few items, one of which is the water master plan. They have BMJ do some updating on that. And that's $7,300. I think I told quite a few council members, but I want to make it official tonight. I haven't voted on it.
Is that on here?
Not
No,
currently.
no, I got a few things that aren't on there, but it's due to the nature of this. I had a water review last Wednesday, and there's a few things I couldn't like. This I've been needing for a lot of years.
So we need to add it then, right? If we're gonna discuss it.
Well, I've
Yeah,
done
we
it
have
in
to
the
add
beginning
it
before
to
like
the
this, so.
Amended agenda, right?
Well, we
That's what
never
we're
amended
saying.
anything, I normally just ramble on and throw numbers off, they go around, so.
Right, Donna?
You can amend it or you can do it now.
Do it.
I'd rather,
Knock it out.
no, I don't care how you do it today, but if you could give us it before, ahead of time for the
Yeah,
agenda.
yeah.
So however you guys decide, it's up to you.
Okay. So you need a motion to approve a new water master plan, correct?
Yeah, to update the current one we have, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll make the motion to approve Bart to acquire a new master water plan.
Support, yes.
That's the one you called us on?
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wagram,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
and Dunbar.
Yes.
Now, if you want to amend the rest of the stuff, I can, there's a tree removal, or 3 tree removals, and then I got some electrical, for well house number 3, or from 2 to 3. And then, something from quantum controls for our wells, and I think that's it. Or I can continue on.
Quantum control, ain't that on the agenda?
Yes.
Well, because I gotta wait for numbers and,
We have an invoice.
We
from
have
him.
an
Yes,
invoice for
I didn't-
the quantum control.
That's not.
yeah, that wasn't, yeah, there's more to it than just that. That was just to get us up and running at that time.
Do we need to add more to the agenda?
When we get to it, maybe.
I don't normally have much to say, but I got a list today, that's,
Yeah, we're not, I think we still have to listen to the rest of them, then amend it, right?
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
You can amend the rest.
Let's listen to, they might want things.
Yeah, no, maybe Larry will add something too.
Normally, it just has an item or two that
Yeah.
couldn't get on the agenda. We normally just do it, do it.
it's not uncommon.
Well, if we have the quantum, we can talk to that when we get to the quantum, and then we can just add you at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
What
say,
else was there besides the tree removal?
yeah, you got a couple other items, yeah, if you want to amend the agenda, like I said, another one is for Rank Electric regarding well 2 and 3,
Frank?
RANCK. And then, when it comes to that one invoice and quantum controls, I
You can just
could bring up
elaborate.
that.
We can just
one.
add that to it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know, yeah, whoever makes the, amends the agenda.
Larry?
Yeah, I've made up a memo for you, kind of spreadsheet that kind of outlined the water grant that we had and the issues there. And just to kind of recap it there, most of them, 3 of them are done. The northern pump, arsenic media replacement's 100% completed. Raymond excavating, of course, in Lois and Robert Streets, the main for 4 to 8 inch, that's completed. That was completed some time ago. Peerless Midwest, the 3 well pumps, that's 100% completed. And Ranky Electric and the generator, put it about 95% completed. I think everything's done except testing, is that correct, Bart?
Yeah, they got a little bit more wiring to do.
Yeah, I know, yeah, okay. And then we got a change order since I made up that spreadsheet. And it increases that by 19,300. So instead of being 345,000, it's 364,300. And the description of what they have to do in addition, Bart probably knows more about it than I do, but I'll just read it off here, there's only a few words. Additional work was required for DTE clearance requirements with service cabinets, new generator. Work included a new CT cabinet associated with wiring underground for service, extension of contract time. Oh, well that, I don't think that's going to be right today. I know they asked for an extension. It seems like they're not going to take now to May, just to do a testing, so I don't think that's relative. And the Michigan, the meter installation and from Michigan Pipe, it's only about 10% because they have some of the connections in the water tower, et cetera. However, the meters, we had a meeting with them, I don't know, a week or 2 ago, and they will start the end of February, and by, figured by the 1st of March, yeah, oh, wait a minute.
They'll
Yeah,
start.
okay, they're gonna start between end of February or the 1st of March. And the completion date is around, is May 20, May of this year. Don and I were hoping that all the financial situation would be all done this fiscal year, but I don't think this, if they get done by the end of March or end of May, I don't think the state will have that done within 1 month. I'm afraid it's going to run, before we close on the deal, it's going to run into the next fiscal year, and I was hoping it could be all done this fiscal year. I think the projects will be all done, but I don't think the financial part of it will be completed until July. That's my, I might be wrong, but that's, you know how the state goes, so, yeah, you know, absolutely, yeah. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Larry.
My items are all down under new business.
Okay. Chief,
No, just what I have on the agenda.
just an agenda? Amber?
Same.
Okay. Becky, sorry.
Nope, it's okay. Well, we have Daddy Daughter Dance on March 1st. Senior lunch next Friday. And music in the park is all set up for July and August. So, yeah.
Perfect. Do we have any amendments to the agenda from last meeting?
And I have some, the amended agenda for today, under communications, number 2, library quotes. And under new business, number 10 for the DPW will be tree removal. And number 11 is Rush Electric.
Support.
Other than that, I motion to accept the agenda as presented.
Hey, Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
All right. Approval of regular meeting minutes from January 7th, 2025.
I'll move to accept the minutes as presented.
Support.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes.
All right, item G. January disbursements report, and electronic wire transfers. Can I get a motion to approve both of those?
I'll make a motion to approve the January disbursements report of $300,021,853.24.
58.
An electronic wire transfer of $14,290.59.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to accept the communications?
So moved.
Support.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
All right, Memphis Lions Club White Cane Sale. Memphis Lions Club is requesting council approve to hold their annual White Cane Sale on the following dates from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, April 25th, and Saturday, April 26th of 2025.
I'll make the motion to approve those dates and times.
Support.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver, Wayrum.
Yes. Library quotes.
Okay. So the library board met just this evening. We've been out looking at quotes to have the floor refinished in the community center. It's part of a project. We started with window replacement. We've had the building upstairs repainted, and to finish it, we would like to have the floors refinished. And so we voted on this Kyle Provo. I think you have a form in front of you. It looks like this with the quote. And he could start in March. And I'm just putting that before you. Your
How much is it?
$8,500. That includes repairs where there's a big piece of plywood in the middle of the floor to replace that section with hardwood and sand and refinish, stain the works.
No.
And some building steps.
Yes.
It says it's not quoted to replace the steps.
On the stage with oak, we would leave those as plywood,
Okay.
and they would just finish them as is. But he would repair the treads going upstairs and then finish those as well. So,
That's a good price to me.
yeah, he actually agreed to a lower price. I got him down $700, so I felt pretty good about that from his original quote.
How much is in your budget?
So we had 15,000 originally, and then we've used some of it for the painting. We have a little bit in our library budget we can supplement with. So, what was it?
What was the painting?
The painting was $8,100.
8,100?
We started, I believe, from the quote, we had $15,000 to spend. So,
So you're about 1,600 over what we had budgeted.
But you said you have that much,
They have $6,900.
yes.
you have 6,900 left over.
So
figure are you asking for, Justin?
I mean, we would like the full 8,500 to finish.
Is part of that covered by what you already have remaining in your budget? I'm trying to get the idea of the businesses here.
Well, we could come up with our budget that we have at the library.
The
To
additional
supplement.
1,600, is that what I'm hearing? I'm still in, is that
Yes, we do, sorry.
correct? So you're asking for authorization to use the remainder of your budget? And
Correct.
you're gonna throw in $1,600 to
Correct.
hire this contractor to do the flooring work there? Okay,
Yep.
understood.
Any issues, anybody? I'll make a motion to approve the quote for Kyle Provo of New World Hardwood Floors.
I support.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wareham,
Yes.
Zimmer.
Yes.
Unfinished business, extension of marijuana hours, motion to send extension of marijuana hours to the planning commission.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
So the reason why we have to send this to the planning,
Mm-hmm.
so we should have done that probably last time.
From the beginning, yeah. We do not know where the hours were. Marijuana's
Oh, that's
different
right. So,
places.
so
It's in
let
the
everybody
zoning.
know why
Yeah.
we're doing this.
It's in the zoning, so now we have to send it to planning.
Any
So
changes
hours.
in zoning have to go to planning commission for.
Yeah, so if it was in a different
Now,
section.
this will be a public hearing,
Yes.
so this will be a public hearing that the public is allowed to come in.
We'll have to have a
Not that
public
they're not allowed at any other meeting, but, now, have the neighbors all received a letter for this yet?
Well, we're just
I don't know.
voting
We're
on
just
it.
voting on it
We're
now.
just voting to
Okay.
send it to planning,
Okay,
so.
so,
So that
So
would have to
it
be
cannot
scheduled
go
and then
to
mailed.
the next meeting, it
Then
has to
Yes,
go.
and it's gotta be put in the paper.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to go to March to give us the time to put it on the website and get it in the paper.
I'll make that motion to send it planning.
Do we have a date for the next planning?
Well, the next
It
one
would
is the
be-
12th, they can't go on that one.
And this would be a special hearing, if I
Yes,
remember.
yeah,
A
right.
public hearing is
It can't
different
be-
than the
yeah,
meeting.
it can go on-
Right.
It can go on our planning commission agenda on the 12th. Yeah, but then we'll have to determine.
The public hearing.
Right, and then we'll schedule a date for
Okay.
that. And then it'll go in the paper and people know whatever, you know.
Okay.
And that's all just due to where it's at in the ordinance. If it was in a different place in the ordinance, it could be changed here, but because it's in the zoning, it has to go to planning commission to a public hearing because we're changing the zoning.
So is there another meeting on the 12th, I'm sorry.
It will be, the
So-
planning, it won't be on the 12th, we'll let you know.
Oh, okay,
Okay?
You can-
Thank you.
On the 12th, they'll schedule that meeting, right, Larry?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I imagine
unfortunately-
both stores will get it because they're
They
both
have to.
in that zoning
Yeah.
area. I mean, Redondo will get notice, everybody who lives there.
Right. So if it was, I think we thought it was in a different section of the ordinances, which we would have been able to just address, but because it's in zoning, it has to go to planning.
Okay, so then you guys will let us know when, okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
So, we're not trying to push you off, it's just, yeah, it
Thank
has to go the right way.
Did we vote on that yet?
We didn't vote.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wareham,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar.
Yes.
Number 2, introduction of ordinance number 226, ordinance to amend the City of Memphis ordinance 93.05.
Oh, this is the chicken thing?
This
Oh.
is the chickens.
There's a couple, there's a couple things that were asked for by Jason about the, specifically 93.10 letter B, the permit process. Making it more of an application process. Steve, you may have talked about this before, where the run gets inspected and Mel would go out and inspect it. They would have to provide some information about their run, like, we copied Richmond, like, we looked at Richmond's, there's an application process as opposed to just a permit. And
Right.
Jason would,
Just so, I mean, if we put something out there and say, oh, people can have chickens, people are just gonna start to fill in their backyard with chickens, like some do already.
I discussed it with Mel and
Yeah.
he's aware
So-
of it.
So,
He's gotta take a look.
we're pretty good. The only other
We
thing
would
is,
just amend it to include application process and specifics of that, so.
and well, I also think that there should be something in there about enforcement. It should go to code enforcement. So there should be a line in there just about, this is subject to code enforcement, so that the police and the city hall are getting a bunch of calls. It's basically, call the code enforcer and he comes out and says they're in a violation, and they go through that process instead of any other sort of legal process, to where the code enforcement officer actually helps work with them instead of just straight up violating them. You know.
Then I think it should be rewritten the right way you want it, and then we should bring it back again.
I can.
It's gonna be a while before anybody's gonna be out buying chickens anyway.
So you will add it, and we'll bring it back to the next
Yeah,
meeting.
and
Okay.
I'll just update this.
So we'll just table this.
So do you need a motion to table, since it's on the agenda?
Yeah.
While we're talking about it,
Okay.
G, slaughtering of chickens at the property shall be prohibited.
Shall
Should that-
not be.
It says shall be.
Yeah, I know, I see that now.
And then also, should we change at the property to in city limits?
You should put
It's a
add the
little
subject
less-
property.
It's a little less vague, I don't know.
But I don't know, yeah.
So if you're filing a permit in the city, wouldn't it already be,
It's all the same.
It's all it is.
everything's
I
within
take
the
it to a
city?
different property and I'm like, it's not the same property. I
Yeah,
don't
but if
know.
it's outside of the city, I mean,
No slaughtering of chickens
Yeah.
allowed in the city, in the city.
Yeah.
In the city limits.
We don't have, Will and Sons here anymore. So I'll make a motion to approve, to table it.
yeah, I'll fix that.
I'll support.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
2 extra bullet points. That's a big deal.
Okay, item 3, transfer of ownership interest request.
So this is what they came up here last, two meetings ago and kind of explained to us, right? It's the same owners, right?
Yeah, we just bought out Joyology,
Right.
so
And
now,
You're still like principal officer?
yes.
Right.
I think the question was, and this was my question, and Donna, we talked about this a
Yes.
little bit. So, you are, and I don't want to butcher your name, so I apologize, Mason, right?
You said it
Okay,
correct.
so Julius is a new partner, correct?
No.
He's a current partner?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess I don't understand what this is for then.
So basically, we were 3 partners.
Yes. So the 3 is going to 2?
Yes.
And it's not, and no one new is coming into the fold?
No.
Because that's my concern. If we approve it and someone new comes into the fold, then a new person would have that license?
No.
Okay.
We were
So
3
3 to 2.
originally. Now 1 is out. We stay
So 3
All
2.
right.
2 original
original.
partners.
The
Okay.
family side of it versus the corporate, which is what I explained.
Yeah, which is totally fine.
That's what it was.
Yep. Yeah, as long as it's not a new owner, I don't think it doesn't go against our ordinance. Okay. So do we need to vote on it? Okay. Make a motion to approve this.
The transfer
The transfer of
of
ownership?
owners.
Yeah, make a motion to approve the transfer of ownership as stated.
Maybe everybody take a second to scratch out his social security number on this.
Yeah,
We didn't need that.
yeah, his attorney was over.
Do you want to call it transfer, or do you want to call it
Well, it
like
is-
deletion?
It's not a deletion, it's a
It's
transfer.
a transfer, that's how their
Ownership. It's a
attorney's got it
transfer of
written
ownership.
up.
All right.
Because now,
Transfer of stake of ownership.
was it 33 between the 3 of you before, basically? And now it's more
Now
you and
it's
42 him?
67, 33 or
The proportion
66
has changed.
Yeah, this says
Correct?
58,
Just
42.
proportional
Yeah.
change, and one member of the business is no longer part of the business,
Right.
and you divided that portion up, so there's no new owners. There's just been a division of the amount each owner, remaining owners.
The ownership
own.
stake is
Yeah,
different.
so the
So
two
yours is
exist-
58
Yeah.
and Julius is 42.
Yes.
That's what it
I'm
says.
not 58, I'm 66 point something.
This says 58. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything for us. I mean, you might wanna talk to them.
I know.
No, that's their articles,
matter.
their
Yeah, I mean,
articles
that's
will
your
have it,
business.
as long as it
You might wanna
adds
talk
up to
to them, though.
100%, that's all we care.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything for us. Yeah, so I'll make a motion as is.
Okay.
Anyone's-
However you wanna word that, but,
Yeah.
Sofa,
yes.
Weezer, Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes.
Okay, number 4, DPW, approval to put out bids for refuse collection.
Yeah.
Larry.
Yeah, we do that. This turns up the current contract is up in end of June. I'm sorry.
End of June?
Yes, yeah, so, we have to put it out for bid, and I have a copy of what goes in the paper. I talked to Donna, I think Donna has that copy, so we just have to put it in bid, change the word a little bit, and put it out to bid. So all we need is a motion to put this out to bid.
So it goes in the newspaper?
Yep.
And- Okay.
And then you'll have a bid, when the bids close, they come in, you'll normally open up probably 10 o'clock in the morning.
Are we bidding for,
Like you'll bid
trash and
Yeah, you'll
recycle
bid
again?
for, you should bid for a 3-year contract or a 5-year contract. And you should, if you still want the, pick up
Last time we had them do just trash and then trash and recycling. They gave us a bid for both.
for both?
the recycles we totally separately.
And they also gave us a bid for a 3-year and a 5-year.
That's all,
And that's all in the ad that people go in.
that we, yeah, so that's what you want to do. Just put it, get a motion to put it out for bids and we'll set the bids. But we'll change just the dates on it, correct, so.
What's the deadline for that?
Normally, if I remember correctly, maybe we had given about 3 weeks. We'll look at that and see what it is.
I was looking at it today. It's like 3 weeks to a month.
You
That they
you
gotta
asking for a
return it.
motion on that?
Yes, you need a motion.
I make a motion that we open up, the bids for, refuse collection as well as, recycling.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dumper,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
All right, new business, assessor.
Oh, so you guys have in front of you, it's the new poverty exemption resolution, just updated from last year. There's the federal government released new poverty guidelines for people to apply to get a percentage off of their property taxes if they qualify.
And we just need to adopt these new figures, correct?
Can you just tell everybody like when they gotta apply by?
I think it's the end of this month. Before board review in March.
Okay, so anybody in the city can apply for this if they feel that they, okay,
Residential, rather.
residential.
Yeah.
If they meet the guidelines.
The guidelines are gonna determine what they're there.
You want a motion, Tim?
Yes, please.
I make a motion to adopt the 2025 poverty exemption policy and guidelines.
Support.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yep.
Weaver.
All right, number 2, police department crossing guard increase. Chief?
Okay, so the school, everybody knows that school districts are facing some problems with crossing guards, school bus drivers. It's happening everywhere. It's just a job that people don't want to do anymore. So any incentive that we can offer to get people interested is helpful. So we just lost the long-term crossing guards, so we're down to 1. So the school would like to raise the pay rate up to $20 an hour. They work 2 hours a day. Currently, we only have 2. We staff 2 if they were both here. Actually, we just hired one who started yesterday, so we have that second position filled, at least for now. I don't know if she's going to stay or not. But they would like to propose, we have $14.50 is what their current rate of pay is, and they would like to make it $20. So the way it works is we have 2 crossing guards, and they work a total of about 720 hours a year between the 2 of them. Their current rate of pay is $14.50. So going to $20 basically increases the cost to $39.60 for their pay. But that money is just kind of front loaded, so the school actually reimburses the city for that first crossing guard 100% of the wages and 30% of the second body. So really, we're paying 70% of one person. That's what the actual city costs when it's all said and done. So this pay raise will increase, like I said, $39.60 total, but our portion is only about $1,980 a year for that, our percentage of that second body. So just looking for approval for the raise to $20.
Is there, do you know why the school doesn't hire them? Because I know at other school districts, they're school employees.
So there's a antiquated state law, and this is going on not just in Michigan, but other states as well. It's from like the 40s or 50s, and it basically states that the law enforcement agency in the community will be responsible for crossing guards. I think it doesn't really work or fit in a lot of communities, and it literally just says that. There's no details, there's no explanation, there's no anything.
Because I know the school my son goes to, they're school employees.
Yeah, well, that's how Armada is now too.
A lot of places are.
Because they ran out of people that want to do it voluntarily.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with Superintendent Pryor, that when we're out of people, we're out of people because there is no backup plan. And I've asked them to try to come up with something in the event that this does happen, that they do have a backup plan, like the village of Armada were forced to do. They were forced to do it a couple of years ago. So that's what I'm kind of looking for. Right now, we still fortunate we have one, and we just hired a second one.
Yeah.
But there's no backup list, there's no substitute list, there's nobody waiting in the wings. So in the meantime, you know, bumping the pay up, they're not knocking down the door, even though we've had it advertised. But it can't hurt. So that's why I'd like to do this.
My question, Chief, is they only do right there at the school. You have 2 people covering that one crossing spot at the school where, I mean, I know times are different, but we used to have someone at Bell River, 2 people.
We used to have 4 when I got here.
Bell River, and then there was, when I was growing up, I know it was a long time ago, more kids walked to school back then anyway.
Right.
But yeah, we did have one, no, because nobody even crossed the street there,
Main
because we only had
Street.
one school.
There's one on Main Street.
So we had Bell River,
And Main Street.
then we had 2 on Main Street. I think sometimes there was 2 on Bell River there. So I was just wondering, we really only do just that one crossing spot?
Well, the other crossing spots have we had one longtime employee.
We had that guy that was there
He was
forever.
at Bell River for like 12 years, 14 years. He was crossing a couple people a day, a couple kids a day.
So it's just about not enough to...
You just don't have the volume of walkers, the volume of traffic. At M19, you have a crossing, you have an assisted crossing light there. So we kind of, with what we were dealing with, we kind of had to prioritize where we were going to put the few bodies that we had. The school crossing, obviously, being the biggest. It's not a great spot for crossing. It's such a large intersection to cover, which is why I took the body from Bell River and I put it at the school to have one come from each side, because the intersection is so big. It's on an angle. There's nothing good about it. The proximity to the driveways. It's a dangerous spot, and for one person to be able to cover that, from the day I got here, I'm like, this doesn't work. So
I was just wondering why.
No, that's why we have 2 bodies there, and then we eliminated the other spots. Not that we would have anybody to fill those spots anymore. And so we opted just to put them both there. But again, the school covers 100% of the first body at the school crossing, and then only 30% of any other positions. So we pay for 70% of one position.
Do you want a motion to? I'll make a motion to approve the pay rate increase for the crossing guards.
Support.
Simmer?
Yes.
Dunbar?
Yes.
Herper?
Yes.
Mazer?
Yes.
Sofa?
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Wayrum?
Yes. Fire department.
Excuse me. So a year ago, City Council approved budgets for the fire department for our current fiscal year and next fiscal year. I'm here tonight to ask you to reduce my budget for next fiscal year. We've changed the way that we're figuring the percentages for the various townships to cover their contracts, going back to a 5-year average for that, and also to reflect our actual spending. We've been well under budget the past couple of years, so. It's gonna be good news for the city of Memphis and Richmond Township and Wales Township, but their contract amounts are all reduced. Riley Township will remain the same, so looking to get approval to revise the budget and approve the contract amounts.
This includes too, Doug, the higher equipment replacement fund, right?
Yeah,
That we worked on last year.
That stays the same.
Stays, okay.
It's still 64,000 going.
Yep.
Yes.
That should make negotiating a contract a little easier in the next.
I hope so.
Because they only signed for a year, right?
Yeah, they only signed for, so they're up this July 1st.
Yeah. Happy days.
In Wales, we have no contract?
We have a contract, but not for the next fiscal year. Everyone else has a contract.
Okay. All right, can I get a motion?
Make a motion to amend the Memphis Fire Department budget as outlined by Chief Pratt.
Support.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayram,
Yes.
Zimmer.
The next one's just an invoice approval for a new piece of equipment, safety blocks that we bought for fire department.
Make a motion to pay the invoice from
Dingus.
Dingus. Dingus Fire Company.
Support.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayram,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar.
Yes.
And the next one is another invoice approval for our students that are in the fire academy this year.
So we have 3 people going through 4 that'll come back and work with us.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting.
Quick question, is this just fire, or are they learning fire rescue, or is it just fire for now?
It's, I guess you'd say both, yes.
Because I know you had a problem with people not being certified for certain
Now, if
things.
you're talking about their medical.
Yeah, that's what I'm
license,
talking
no,
about.
it
This does
doesn't
not include that, okay.
The medical license training is provided by Richmond Lennox EMS,
Okay.
free of charge. So
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is there plans for them to do that as well?
as soon as the class becomes, actually, 2 of them already have it.
Oh, okay.
One of them will need, so.
Cool.
And that's, we do that whenever Richmond Lennox decides to run a class. They kind of survey the area chiefs and see if there's enough
Who
people.
needs it, yeah.
I make a motion to approve paying the invoice to St. Clair County Association of Fire Chiefs in the amount of $2,850.
Support.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayram,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, Bart, quantum controls.
Okay. We had an issue, I think it kind of explains it on that invoice. And anyway, I lost my other control person, so I had to bring this company in, and there were some issues with this unfamiliarity of those controls and such. But anyways, ultimately, he got it up and running. The other thing is we had to get all the information downloaded onto a laptop, which he was able finally to do that. I now have the program on a thumb drive, thanks to him. And the issue ultimately was a 120 volt AC to a 24 volt DC power pack up at the water tower. And is the cost of it. So we had to run manually for 3.5 days, I think it was.
Donna, do you want us to just do this one, or do you want to combine the two quantum ones? Because don't you have another?
Yeah, you have something about
Yeah,
quantum.
you have another
Let's
one.
just-
Yeah, I'm not really asking for money at this point, but I'm cautioning you that the system's outdated. And the majority of the equipment, we're looking at a figure of like $26,100 and some odd dollars. I mean,
For what is this for?
this would be for the main controls for the water system.
Seems pretty important.
This isn't just one piece, that's all. You got transmitters, receivers, and then you got the PLC itself, and cards,
Is there an
power
estimate?
packs, all sorts of
Is there an
pressure
estimate of when
switches.
we need that?
What's that?
Is there an estimate of when we need that?
You know, I know one thing, I probably will be buying and shelving, and I don't have that breakdown with me, about this stuff. But, to control the wells, we have a screen, mounted on our control panel, it's a touchpad. We just touch it, comes to life, and we can turn pages on it and do all sorts of things, start the pump, stop the pumps, open certain valves and stuff. Well, if that was to go out on us, I've lost control. My backup to that is I can manually control it off of the VFDs in a different building. But I think that one item in itself, I would like to keep shelved because of being outdated. The one that's there is 19 years old. And then the PLC, for example, that's obsolete now. I think you may know that you might be able to find one on eBay, and I'd really rather not go to eBay to, you know.
So you're not asking for those funds?
I'm not asking for that full amount. I'll report I'm pretty sure that viewfinder would be something I probably would instruct to order, and that's why I'm looking. I said, what do I do with that paper? You don't have it. So
No, we don't have it.
So what do you?
I grabbed this little note I had instead of the quantum quotations, but anyways, that's what it comes down to. It's time to update. Everything seems to be working just fine. What you don't want is to have the downtime. So I'll have to come back at a later date and seek some approvals once I review it a little bit more. Okay, so I don't have a firm number to give you right now, other than this is what it would cost to update the whole
To
system.
update the whole thing, but we don't know if we have to go that extreme.
Yeah, that's, yeah, there should be a couple things we have, but, in stock though, one of which is that viewfinder.
Okay.
Okay. So, just more of an information at this moment.
Okay.
Is that this year's budget or next year's budget?
That
For
would
this
be on
year's budget or next
It
year?
would be this year's budget for minimal. But anyways, we've had a lot of situations down there. Anyways, we'll leave that at that. Now, we have a line item for rent, so
Well, did we have any of that budgeted?
Well, there's quite a bit, there's money in there. What I will do though is so it's because quite a bit will go out of that eventually, and probably wait till late in June, but we'll have to evaluate all of that because I don't know, we're gonna take quite a hit. We're gonna need to close that grant because of the $192,000
Right.
that we have to pay on that. We have to start, yeah, so when we're closed. So I'll be looking out at that and watching.
our water fund is gonna be critically low.
When we're all, when we're all through and with that, these costs, of course, this 26,000, he's not asking for that now. He's only asking for approval of that when invoice there, so.
Okay. So we need a motion to approve the invoice from Quantum Controls in the amount of $2,145.36.
Support.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver, Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer.
Yes.
Okay, Telfel?
Delta Contracting, that has to do with the water main break at the end of Union Street on Borden Road. That was their assistance on that. So,
Is that the first time? Is that the first break? I know you were out
yes,
there. Okay.
yeah, right underneath our new highway, yeah.
Okay, I can make a motion to pay Telto $5,562.50.
There's times where I need to have assistance, and that was one of them. I don't have any equipment.
Right.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa.
Yes.
Did we already pay this one and we're just approving the distribution? Is that what's happening here? I see a due date of the 11th of December.
Right.
I don't have an answer for you on that, so it actually broke,
I don't
on
believe it
November
was paid.
26th.
I don't think,
Are there late fees for that? Do we?
I don't think we've seen this.
They never mentioned
Yeah, I
it.
don't think we've seen that one.
They were just late on the invoicing.
Okay.
Yeah.
City treasurer, funeral home tax bill.
We need to pay the winter tax bill on the funeral home, and then next year it starts the exemption,
Okay.
the following year.
It starts getting what?
It will be exempted the following year
Oh,
from then on, but this year's, the winter
Okay.
has to be paid.
Okay.
And it's $1,109.35.
I will move that we pay that bill for the winter tax for the funeral in the city hall.
Support.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Okay, BMJ Engineers Annual Agreement.
Larry usually talks about this, but this is our engineering firm that we use for just about everything. I know, what did we do last year? Did we do kind of a non?
We haven't, council, quite a few years ago, and I don't know the date exactly. We've had BMJ since I've been on council, which is almost forever, but,
Before I started.
Do they give us a better rate if we sign an agreement with them and they're exclusive?
well, BMJ, I think, Bart checked that with another engineering firm, and I think BMJ still, his rates were better. But BMJ has been with us for a long, long time. And council a few years ago elected not to sign the contract, but they're still doing work for us
Right.
anyway. And so, and I think Bart will agree with me, I think we should actually sign up with them.
So just a question, what is the advantage of having an exclusive contract with them? Do we get a better rate, or?
I think,
Well, they are cheap
It
to
does-
start with, number one.
But it does stop us from being able to shop around, right?
Well,
Yeah, we can't get quotes if they're.
More service issue, you know, I think we
We're-
really need to have.
we're
them
paying
on
more
hand.
money for, again, if there's a mistake, it costs us more with another company. I
Okay.
don't wanna mention names, but right now, I really wish we had BMJ.
and they're, they know the people at the, in Port Huron that we deal with, St. Clair County. They're well affiliated with them. So
Yeah, I only
the
asked that
other-
really for myself,
Yeah.
just for clarification.
Because
for
of
everybody.
their familiarity with our city and then with the areas, they've been in close contact because of all the years they've been in business. I think it's to our advantage to sign that. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, it's up to council, but our recommendation is one side. I just want to point out one thing though, that, and I think Bart and I both mentioned that detail, is that Lois and Robert Streets was engineered by the engineering firm that does the grant. So that engineering is all done, and since, and so we're, and that project is supposed to start this year, or this summer, or this spring, I hope. But the Union Street also is going to be incorporated that, because they'll be here for that. And so we did mention to Phil that that this is already, well, sort of contracted out. We talked to Gary Bartow today,
Right.
and originally they were supposed to have something here for us tonight to vote on it, but they don't have it. And we want that to be put out for bid in March, and you know, March is just around the corner. And so we hope we'll get that anytime, and if we do, we may have to call a special meeting to okay it, because if we wait, as you know, if we wait and put it out in June or July, the cost goes up to here instead of here. And, so that's it.
So they've been working on it for supposedly for a while now.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have that short.
Well, yeah, originally we were supposed to have it for this meeting.
Yeah, but we don't have that. So that, it's up to council, whatever they want to do, but I guess our recommendation to do it, but that's up to you.
And that's for 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it'd actually be the rest of this year.
The rest of
and
this
then they'll
year.
bring it back probably
Okay.
January.
Well, wouldn't it be, we'd have to bring it back in December, because this expires December 31st.
Well, whenever it expires,
Yeah.
yeah. I said January is fine.
Well, I would move that we'd enter into an annual agreement for the remainder of the year with Deal and Gale Engineers.
Support.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa, Weaver,
Yes.
Wyram.
Yes. DPW, the tree removal.
Shoot, tell I read my paper.
Shuffle.
There we go. Tree removal. I have a price for the new city hall, that walnut tree in the front yard there. We would like that to be removed for a couple reasons, one of which is safety. Walnuts, we got enough sidewalk issues as it is, we don't need people slipping and falling on walnuts. And that's $1,500. And that would have to come out of the general fund.
Yes.
And then I have 2 other locations, one of which is on Boardman Road, approximately 34649. Closer to Bell River Road, there's a mammoth one there. That happens to be heaving on the sidewalk. And then I have another one around the corner on Bell River Road. That's a little bit smaller. That one is I didn't mention the Border Road price, did I?
No.
That's $2,900. The one on Bell River Road will be $2,000. And all these, the stumps are ground.
And is this from Brett's a tree person, or do you have any additional bids on this, or? how's it-
No.
It's just from,
I normally been working local.
the Bell River ones, how much for?
$2,000.
Why are these getting removed?
Safety issues, and then also to do some sidewalk replacement. Not that that's gonna happen, but right away.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, we're gonna get on that.
and, yeah, just the trees themselves. I took one just to the north side of that one on Bell River Road. That was all hollowed out. This tree, about the same as what that was.
And where are the trees located in relation? They're right on the city property?
Yeah, we definitely see the tree. The one on Bell River is, I don't have the address right have like about the fifth house down on the west side of Delaware.
North
Yeah,
of
north of
Boardman.
Boardman, well, the fifth house down on the left-hand side or west side.
So that one is sidewalk issues, or is it?
Well, that is
Open
heaving the sidewalk too, yeah.
Huh?
That is heaving the sidewalk. Once that's down, I gotta pull it with cement on it anyway, because I can't grind, I'd have to get the roots out of the way, which I had done a couple of trees already that way. And then just temporarily put the 21A into the sidewalk. But I know that one on Boardman, and there's more than that on Boardman, but I don't want to get overzealous and just take a beat on it, touch on that.
Right, yeah.
So, but here's an opportunity, I happen to have tree money left to at least get two down. This one particular, I happen to live kitty corner from it. There's some pretty big limbs from flying and falling out of that tree. It's lived its life.
And Bart, these are gonna be ones that we have to do when we do the sidewalk stuff anyway, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
That one on Boardman is pushed up 8 inches, right?
Oh, God,
The
yeah.
sidewalks.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, that's
over
where
there.
the sidewalk is,
Yeah.
in front of the brick house? Is that?
I didn't play with those, there's 2 over there.
Okay.
One for the brick house and then just to the west. I don't know what your name, but there's another one that really got the sidewalk heaved. And this is the 3rd tree, which is.
It's over by Henderson, right?
That's heaved.
Across from Henderson.
Not on Henderson, but there's.
It's across from it, right?
Yep.
Not in that area?
Not
Oh,
that
okay.
far.
No, you want, it's to the east side of Bel River,
Oh,
First
okay.
Street. Yeah, it's almost to the corner house. But, and that's
Tripped over it many
that's a
times.
mammoth tree.
So you need a motion to,
Well, I mean, a tree like that's, you're saying get inside, limbs are falling.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, the one on Bell River,
That I anticipate to find a
I
hole
just
in
have a
it.
problem saying we need to take out the tree in front of the funeral home for no reason, just because of walnuts. I mean, the tree's been there forever. There's nothing wrong with the tree.
Well,
And
for
it's
my-
not over the sidewalk, it's not over where people are gonna be walking.
Well, that's the problem with it, the walnuts, actually collect.
It's more liability for the city right there.
On the sidewalks and stuff.
Because anywhere else in town, the liability for a sidewalk is on the property owner. Since we are that property owner, we're liable for that sidewalk. So that cuts down on our liability because it's.
Quite frankly,
It's on
we're
our-
liability
it's
if
on-
anybody
it's on
falls
our
down in any crack. They never go after the homeowner. I think they got the rights to, but they're going to come after the city.
and I think, Robbie, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, when we talked about this in advisory, we talked about getting rid of that tree anyways.
Well, I thought that's what the game plan was on it.
Yeah, in preparation of other
Signage
changes.
or whatever.
Yeah, signage in front of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 1,500 is a great price for that. I'm shocked by
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty low for that one.
Yeah.
I just
Shocked
wonder
by
if for $6,400 if we should put it out for bid.
Whatever. Never done that, it's been years. It's not that I haven't got prices from
Who are you
people.
using?
I had one guy never even wanted to even show up to bid on the job, because somebody,
I know how that goes too.
Well, I'm gonna remove
you all do
things
what you
out
want,
the
but,
bid. That is a
no, I've never been questioned about trees
substantial
before,
amount of
but
money.
whatever. I didn't, it's not that they're the only tree service.
So
what?
let's just, we just vote on it. If you shoot it down, then we'll vote on making bids. So,
There you go.
so I make a motion to pay to have the trees cut down.
Support.
Dunbar,
No.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
No.
Wayrum,
No.
Zimmer.
Yes.
Okay, I've got Dunbar, Weaver, Wayrum, no, Harper, Mazer, Sofa, Weaver, I'm sorry, Sofa and Zimmer, yes, so motion carried.
I believe, I'm not taking these trees down because I want to, just for the sake of cutting trees and that one.
No.
But again, with what's going on with the the situation, I can't stress enough. We've been sued and had threats of being sued, and all the new paid people for a twisted ankle or a straight knee. And to add nuts to the mix.
Well, I have no problem.
And knowing that,
No,
and
no
then
issue with that. I'm
and
with you
knowing
there.
that something's gonna be put in that front yard, the tree obviously is in the way.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. part.
There's
The
not-
longer you wait, the more
We're not
expensive
shy of
things are.
walnut trees in this town.
Yeah, I'm sorry?
Longer you wait, the more expensive things end up getting anyway.
I mean, if we're gonna end up taking down 10, 15 trees throughout the course of repairing all the sidewalk, though, seems,
Well, maybe then, you know.
seems
Well,
reasonable to start putting
Again,
that in.
originally, that's because I was being pushed on sidewalks. That's the only way you're gonna repair sidewalks, but I'd rather kind of do it a couple here, a
Plus, for
couple
a
there.
beautification standpoint, like we're taking out a lot of trees,
I think we should have a tree
I
program and
think we
actually
should
replace
have a
them.
tree program.
Why didn't you mention that, Bart? I talked to some people at the county today, and they have that
Yeah.
tailor-made for us, the grant thing, at the Economic Planning
Yeah.
Development Office, so we can definitely cross that bridge.
That's why I
Figure out
say
how
we
many we
take
gotta
we should
remove,
plan.
they're just tickled to help us with that.
We took a few down on Boardman, or Benton East, when we curb and guttered that, and replaced, there's a few fairly new ones over there, and that's, council member at that time, I don't think it cost the city anything other than BPW time to do goals, and they all took. So, I like the tree, but at the same time,
Yeah.
where you got
Well, it has
curb
to
and
be,
sidewalk.
has to be the right trees, not.
Yeah, but at the same time, once those trees are planted over there, somebody, it won't be me, that's for sure. You're gonna have to deal with that because those roots are not only gonna destroy sidewalk, they're gonna go ahead and get into your storm drains. So, I myself, I like trees going down, it looks nice going down in these local streets
Yeah.
and stuff.
Absolutely.
But it'd be nice if we can get
Well, and
something
we
started
could
on
also
a
offer,
tree program.
a tree program, like offering things to residents, where they're putting in their yards, and there is stuff like that.
Yeah, put it on your side, over here.
Yeah, so,
There's so
okay.
many feet in.
All right, number 11, Rank Electric.
Yes, I have an issue with well number 3, which happens to be buried cable. Aluminum cable that probably was put in, I don't know, 60s, 70s, so it's anybody's guess. But I am unable to run well number 3 due to lack of power. It's single phasing. So instead of just digging and finding that particular wire, and because of the age of it being aluminum, I'm proposing to put new wire in, it's gonna be copper, and it within conduit. So if someone down the road has an issue, at least you can pull the wire.
Bart, how much is that one?
That was, that's gonna vary depending what they have to do in the well house, but, between $14,500 and $17,000. But right now, in fact, when I was being reviewed, the well was so,
So that was more of a quote than an invoice?
yeah, it wasn't an invoice, yeah, no.
So
I'm
you're
just seeking
exploring that
approval
price
so I
now,
can
Bart?
call, and now it's gonna be like a 2-phase, they rather not, and to hold the cost down, that's us crunching it, so. And they do not wanna break the ground, I don't wanna break the ground with the frost that we have in the ground, because I have other wires, and cables within that area, and just digging, and as I'm holding on this frost or chunks of earth, I could rip some communication wires out of the ground. So they're, initially are gonna be putting it within conduit and doing it temporary, and then coming back when the thaw hits, and then
So you're just exploring this cost now? You're not asking for money right now, you're just kind of giving us. a
I
heads up?
want your blessing to hire this company to, let's get well number 3 back up and running with updated wire.
Okay.
you
You
don't
mentioned, you mentioned well 2, you said 2 and 3 at the beginning.
Yeah, well, that's where the power comes from for the wells, is out of 2, so we got connected roughly 100 feet. And
That's gonna be your supply source? That's gonna be your supply source for power there, well number 2, go jumping.
Well,
to 3.
yeah, well, again, the control, not the control, but the power source is in well number 2, and then it's fed out to the other buildings
Right.
from there, yeah.
So you're asking for approval for Rank Electric to perform this work?
Yes.
Do we have to do this up to, is this one of those ones, Donna, we have to do up to the number?
Well, you said between 14.5 and 17, that's how I would do
If
it.
you want to say 17, and hopefully.
Yeah, up to 17,000.
Yeah. I'll make the motion to approve Rank Electric to complete the work necessary for well 3, up to the amount of 17,000.
Support.
Harper,
Yes.
Mazer,
Yes.
Sofa,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wayrum,
Yes.
Zimmer,
Yes.
Dunbar.
Yes.
Okay. That's everything on the agenda. I just have a couple things. Everybody knows about the public hearing on February 12th for the Planning Commission. That's been posted, it's on the website, and it's been in the paper. I want to let everybody know Nina Powers, longtime Memphis resident, business owner, has been hospitalized. Just want to make sure everybody's, praying for her, recovery and able to come home, so. Keep her in our thoughts. Again, I want to encourage everyone, I'm liking the involvement in the city. I do want to reiterate to keep everything professional. We're moving forward. We have a new website. We are getting that fully up to speed. It was a little bit of a process getting a new website designer and getting all of that done. So that has taken some time, but the city offices are working on making sure everything's done properly. And so I encourage everybody to keep their professionalism and with regards to any correspondence with the office, and stress to the city council to not communicate via email, especially when if something is sent to all of us. We cannot communicate via email and discuss it because that is too much over the email. We can't do that. So I just want to reiterate that too. Okay? And that's all I have. Robin?
I don't have anything, thank you.
I also do not have anything.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I got nothing.
Motion to adjourn.